Good morning, Redemption City Church. It is so easy to look around us with what is going on in our world today and be filled with discouragement or with fear, having lack of trust and not knowing what to trust, what sources to trust, who to trust, a sense of not being in control or having an understanding of what is going on. And so often we can let that be a discouragement to us and let it get us down. But I wanted to give you an encouraging word today of who to trust and not to let our circumstances around us weigh us down. Yesterday, when we were hiking in Whitewater, we were walking through the woods, and they're pretty much dead right now. When you're just walking and looking at the hillside, it's barren cliffs, leafless trees, and the ground is covered in leaves and what remains of life from last year. And it's easy to get confused and not see the beauty that is actually there. So as we were walking up the steps, I we stopped and took a breather, and I looked down at the forest floor, and hidden in the leaves were thousands and thousands of tiny little blooms and budding new life that was coming in the wake of the new year. And I was just filled with a sense of awe and beauty that even in the midst of seeing the lifelessness from the year before, just being able to see new life springing forth and the beauty that surrounds us. And it hit me that I've been working on several contingency planning toolkits for mission agencies and churches for how to deal with the coronavirus outbreak in their mission agencies and their mission teams, and how it's going to affect global missions worldwide with lack of funding and the canceling of short-term trips. And how does all of that translate to understanding what God is doing? And I realized that with so much focus on what to do and how to handle this unknown, we forget to stop and see what God is doing. And I thought a few verses from Psalm 27 were appropriate. David says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is my stronghold of life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the evildoers assail me to eat up my flesh, my adversaries and foes, it is they who will stumble and fall. Though an army encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. The war arise against me, yet I am confident. One thing have I asked of the Lord, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in his temple." And I think we too often, lose sight of the beauty that God is working even in the chaos around us. I can't even count the number of times this week that people have either texted me or had conversations with me to encourage me and tell me what God has been doing and moving powerfully in the midst of the circumstances that are going on with the coronavirus. For example, missionaries who have been they've been stuck at home with the stay-at-home orders, or their flights have canceled and they weren't able to return to the States, and they're having opportunities now to share the gospel that they didn't otherwise have. And I think we should be able to rejoice and contemplate the beauty of what God is doing in the small things around us, and understanding that he is much more powerful than the fear. We have no reason to fear anyone else but the Lord our God, who dwells and rules on high. And so I hope that was an encouragement to you this morning to go and serve your King in joyfulness, and that you may be a beautiful beacon showing the light and the beauty of Christ to those around you today. Go in peace.